I don't think anybody can speak about my Thea Vicky without mentioning music. Music was such a significant part of her life, from weddings to birthday parties to holidays. It played a significant role in memories, I believe, for all of the family. Her speaking voice was melodic. In fact, her speaking voice sounded as if she were singing. And it was a beautiful quality, a beautiful tone. And of course, her singing voice was just phenomenal. It was beautiful and a quality and tone. Beautiful. And she will be remembered not just for her talent, and let me tell you, it was raw talent that she had, but for her sweet soul as well. She was an advocate for all of her family, especially her brothers. And that's something that I will never, ever forget.
Thank you, Dione. Sorry for the glitchy video. That's the internet, I guess. So I'm hardwired in. So hopefully it'll get better as we go. So next is a video from Marie, my wife.
Hi. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Marie, Vicky's daughter-in-law. And I just wanted to start out by thanking my father-in-law for taking such good care of her over the last couple of years when her health was failing at times as she had various injuries, and he's been a rock by her side. Not an easy thing to do when you're not feeling well yourself. Vicky was the best mother-in-law anyone could hope for. If you dreamed of your ideal mother-in-law, you would dream of Vicky. She was welcoming of me into the family immediately, always supported me, helped me in many ways. And she was just you all know, she was the best. When I first came to Tucson, she offered to teach me a little about cooking because she was a wonderful cook and I was not. Unfortunately, I kind of turned her down because I don't like cooking. I really dislike cooking. And I thought if I do it well, I'm going to be expected to do it a lot. You know, I don't know why I turned her down. I regret that because I could have learned a lot from her. But we did eat at her house a lot. Also, Vicky was the embodiment of unconditional love. We talk about unconditional love. Everyone loves their kids pretty much unconditionally. Well, Vicky kind of loved everybody that way and made everybody feel special in her presence. Um, she helped, and my father-in-law helped take care of my kids anytime we needed help. You can't imagine what what a wonderful thing that is to know you can go to work and not worry about your kids because they are loved unconditionally. Not only did she care for them, but she played with them. They made things with her, arts and crafts. They cooked with her. She played outside with them. They both loved being outside and exploring and playing make believe. And she was the best, never tired of it. We could be gone for the weekend and we knew she had them and they were safe and loved. And that was their second mother. So that is probably the biggest gift that she gave to us. And I know she wanted to do the same with Ted's kids, her younger grandkids. Of course, by the time they came along, she was older and more tired, and they live far away. So she couldn't travel to them and didn't get to see them as much as she would have liked. So I wish very much she could have. And lastly, I just want to thank Vicky for making my life easier and for raising a wonderful son to whom I'm married. And he's just the best, thanks to her and all her teachings. Gonna miss you so much, Vicky. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Love you.
Thank you, Marie. And thanks everyone for turning off your cameras. That seems to be helping the speed, the issues we're having with the glitchy video. So do turn your cameras off, and that should continue to help. And thank you for your patience. And thank you, Marie, and thank you, Dione, for those two sharings. Really lovely. Next is Nick Feldman, who is the son to Marie and myself, and grandchild to, of course, Vicky and my dad.
There's quite a lot of things to be grateful for when it comes to the weather.
I'm just going to let it load up for a second. Hold on, everyone. I think it's loading up a little more here. Give me one moment. And I'll try it again now.
Or Vicky, is some people know her. I know her as Abuela. It was like my summer vacation home, her house, and I was treated like a king. I got to eat whatever I wanted, being burritos, cookies, toast and coffee, and she made the best eggs. And her secret was simple: oil. That's how she made the beans really well. That's how she made the eggs really well. Just a crap ton of oil. It was really yummy, but not so good for you. And yeah, she was just the kindest, sweetest, most caring person I think anyone has ever met. And yeah, she was a really, really beautiful woman, and she cooked amazing, like I already said. Like my mom said in hers, we went over all the time to eat. And yeah, I remember her pot roasts and her pastries, everything. She could cook everything. And yeah, I remember pulling up to her house as like a 6-year-old in my little blankie after swim practice. I was like still asleep, and my mom dropped me off, and it was the best. I didn't have a TV at my house, so TV at her was just the best. And she'd always play with me. She'd always go and play hide and go seek. We had like a little tree house, which wasn't much of a tree house, but it was cool. And yeah, no matter how tired she was or whatever was going on in her life, I never knew about it, because all she did was take care of me as if I were her own son. So thank you, Lola.
Thank you, Nick. And Next is some music. I want to thank Melissa Cañas, my cousin, and this is she's singing Quiero Vivir. I believe that's what's next. Actually, it may be a bolero. We'll find out in a moment. And there's some imagery here you can just enjoy.
Una linda guachinanca como una flor. Que me vio salir diciendo Dios. Si a tu ventana llega una paloma, trátala con cariño, que es mi persona. Cuéntale mis amores, bien de mi vida. Coronala de flores, que es cosa mía. Ay, que dime que sí. Ay, que dame tu amor. Ay, que vente conmigo, chinita, donde vivo yo. Beautiful voice.
And next is my tia Chata, who's the sister to my dad and who's been an incredible, loving source of support. Mil gracias, tia Chata, por todo tu amor. Y Eva y Mónica también. So here is my tia Chata with a quick word from my mom. Oh, sorry. Enjoy some more music.
Supo mi salida, solo mi amor. Nadie, come on. Nadie, una linda guachinanca como una flor. Vuela, que me vio salir diciendo adiós. Si a tu ventana llega una paloma, cuéntale mis amores, bien de mi vida. Get it all mixed up. Cuéntale mis amores, bien de mi vida. Coronada de flores, que es cosa mía. Ay, que dime que sí. Ay, que dime que no. Ay, que dime, mi cochinita, a donde vivo yo. It's been a long time.
Now. Para el cielo, con la noche de bendiciones te dejó en el piso, sin zapatos y un corazón. Me voy al pueblo con tus ojos y tu reloj. Te dejo en el piso con el cuchillo de mi dolor. Mi dolor, mi dolor.
Oh no, empanadas.
So I want to thank that last song was my brother Teddy singing at an outdoor just family gathering years ago. And again, thank you to Melissa for having that audio. Thank you so much, Melissa. We are so thankful to you. And then prior to that, my mom singing the songs she loved to sing, including Quiero Vivir. And the little bit of chatter you could hear was just family, around talking and hanging out together. And so now I had now with my tia Chata next with a sharing, and mil gracias otra vez, tia. Te amo.
Hola, hola, Quique, hola, Genki, hola, Teddy y toda la familia que esté. Les quiero decir que Vicky para mí fue no solo una cuñada, sino como una hermana. Yo la quise mucho. Es una mujer que cuidó de todos ustedes, de sus hermanos, de sus padres, de mis padres. Yo le quiero dar las gracias, cómo ha sido su vida y cómo ha llevado a mi hermano a mejor. Lo siento mucho, no puedo. El corazón mío está muy afectado, pero yo le mando muchas bendiciones porque ella, con ese carácter y eso que hizo en toda la vida por toda la familia, está en el cielo. Adiós y saludos a todos.
Gracias, tía.
Yes, came from the cemetery where they'll be entering at the end. My dear Vicky loves her so much. That's the greatest thing. Every night before we went to sleep, she would always hold my hands and tell me how much she loved me. And in the morning, she would hold hands again and tell me that I was the most handsome man in the world. I had to tell her that she needed to go to the eye doctor again because her vision wasn't doing that well when she was telling me that I was handsome. I love Vicky so much. I love her with all my heart.
Thank you, Dad.
Hi everyone, my name is Vicky. Today that we're celebrating Tia Vicky's life, I want to tell you how I'm going to remember her. For me, Tia had the most beautiful smile, the sweetest voice, and a big heart. She always was positive. She always knew what to tell you to make you feel happy. I can remember the time that we traveled to Spain to celebrate my dad's birthday, how much she enjoyed life. She enjoyed every minute of it. She appreciated sunset as much as she appreciated a flower or her collections of rocks. She was a special soul. I truly believe she was an angel on earth. And now I can tell you, God has an angel by his side. I send you all a big kiss. I wish we can all be together and hopefully we see each other soon. Bye.
Thank you, Prima. Thank you, Eva. And thank you very much for mentioning the rock collection. That was she was a serious rock collector.
Hola, soy Mónica. Hi, I'm Monica. I just want to let you guys know how important my tia Vicky was for me. Even though I didn't see her that much, she was the sweetest tia I've ever had. And she was always with a smile, positive, and happy lady. And I will always remember her like that. She will be in my heart for always with a big smile and a positive lady. I love you, tia Vicky, to the sky and wherever you are.
Thank you, Monica. And next are several images with more of my mom's music. So enjoy.
Ya viene amaneciendo, ya la luz del día nos irá. Levántate mañana, mira que ya amaneció.
I'll just leave a little more time for you to catch these images and take them in case you don't know I think everyone knows Lindsay and Miles and Jack, Jackson and Miles, and of course Nikki holding the bowling ball there. And I just love the image of my brother Charlie and Teddy, my mom, and yeah, you know, Vicky was special, and we'll all have time to talk some more at the end here. So if you want to say something, you'll have that moment. If you're not muted, please make sure you're muted. Yeah, please make sure you're muted. Thank you so much. And this next song is, you're going to see some more images, is a song that my dad wrote the lyrics to probably several months ago or 6 months ago. I forget when exactly. I think it was 6 months ago. And he asked me to write the music to it. So I was happy to. So here is some more imagery celebrating my mom's beautiful spirit, and the song entitled 55. And this references how the many years of marriage that my mom and dad enjoyed. So here it is.
Qué lindura es cuando mis ojos te miran, mis brazos te abrazan y mis labios te besan. Morir no quiero, pero si algún día te quiero, contigo me quiero vivir, sin ti no quiero vivir.
Scratches on your phone. Oh, today is Monday. Supposed to be called the ladies till story and you go. I thought today was Friday and I go, it's Saturday. Confused.
Es cuando mis ojos le miran, mis brazos te abrazan, mis labios te besan, te besan, te besan. Morir no quiero, pero si algún día te pierdo, contigo me quiero vivir, sin ti no quiero vivir.
Thank you, Dad, for those lovely lyrics. Next is my tia Leo, my mom's sister, with a recording she made, just speaking about memories of the two of them, with some imagery that you can enjoy. Go ahead.
My sister Vicky, our youngest years. I remember my sister was the one to take care of us when mom went to work with my dad, and she was very strict with my dad. Was very strict because she was following orders from mom. She had a little rooster that was Nana had given her, and she trained the rooster. So when someone wasn't minding her, she would tell the rooster, go after them. And it was funny seeing my brother Carlos running away all around the house, away from the rooster because the rooster was after him. It was so funny. Another story that no matter where Vicky and I went to, whether it was the hospital, the movies, or somewhere else that we had to be there and never been there before, we got lost, but to us it was an adventure, and we ended by laughing so hard that our stomachs would hurt. Vicky always knew where to go from into like the movies when Theo Angel took us, and when we were ready to go home, I would always go the opposite way, and Vicky would say, "No, Leo, we need to go the other way." Vicky and I would go out together when we started dating, dancing because we both loved to dance and we had lots of fun singing in the church choir at Santa Cruz Church. I missed her a lot when I got married and went to LA. And then she got married and left Tucson, but finally came back to Tucson. But we did everything together. We never got mad at each other. We loved the same music. For so many years, we helped with the Christmas posadas. We were us two and our friend Freddie Leiva, and he would help us to climb over the fence, and that would be at night in December, cold and everything, to climb the fences cause we were the ones looking for someone to give us a place to stay while the wait for the king to come. We had so many good memories on these posadas. We loved to help the principal at the Carrillo School. We have enjoyed keeping our close friends and cousin Sylvia Daly every chance we had, in particular on her birthday, September the 1st. We met somewhere for lunch and had a great fun with her and her family. We also have met with another friend, Sylvia Rodriguez, that always made us taquitos the way Vicky and I liked them. And every December 12th, we would meet Sylvia at her home and to pay tribute to the Virgen Guadalupe. There was always mariachis to sing with, lots of friends, also to eat, and all set, and we would say the rosary, all of us. There was many of us there. Oh, what fun! But of course, we didn't have it this last December because of the virus. I have many memories, but these are the ones that take me for a bed, sometimes I can remember so many things, but there's so many years between she and I that we were always together and did everything together.
Thank you, Tia, for sharing those beautiful memories. This poem is one I wrote for my mom on her last birthday. A dove, butterfly, a hummingbird, and scent of rain. Born from the snoring land and born to guide, nurse, and teach. A humble mentor, not once pointing to herself, always serving, always there. Your steadfast commitment to family, friends, and the great other, loving without asunder. You are queen, princess, daughter, and my mother. Your affection has no price, and my love for you has no limit. Without fault, you embrace your herd, and when summer heat and monsoon deepen, you smell its scent, feel its heat, and are home. I feel you every day, Mom. You're right here with us, and we celebrate your life. We celebrate how giving you always were, and for teaching us all unconditional love. Not with words, but really with deeds, with your actions, every day of your life. I have so many memories as a young child, as a teenager, as an adult. And for all those wonderful memories, and all of them, without exception, are all loving. They're all incredible. And for that, I thank you.
When I think of my abuela Vicky, I just am dumbfounded by how much appreciation she had for every single experience that she had on earth. Not just appreciation, but excitement, genuine excitement. And it never burned out. The entire time that I knew her, almost 27 years, she never stopped being excited for everything that she got to experience. Anything that she felt was beautiful, any little detail, anything that was sweet or adorable, any piece of music, even just the sensation of getting to smell something interesting or eat interesting food, or getting to sit and talk with her family members. Every single experience she had, she was so exuberant about. And it's hard to imagine living life that way, but she proved that it was possible. And so I try to recall all of my experiences with her and hold them because they're so precious. And I didn't always appreciate them as much as I should have because we get distracted by work and school and whatever's going on in our personal lives. And it's easy to just kind of tune out. It's easy to go on autopilot and stop appreciating all the little things, all the experiences we get to have, just the gift of being alive and being able to hear music and talk to people that we love and taste interesting foods. But she somehow never allowed that to happen to her. She never tuned it out. She never stopped appreciating it. And now that I've only recently realized that, honestly, I never even appreciated it about her before, pretty recently. But now I feel that she has taught me to try to do that moving forward. And I think that's what we should all do. I think that there's nothing else she would want for us, but for us to feel that level of appreciation and joy for every step of our lives, for every experience, to appreciate every moment we have together, because she did. She treasured every single moment with us, even when the rest of us maybe felt like, okay, whatever. I'm spending time with my family. I'm tired. I have work to do. I have other things on my mind. Even if the rest of us were in that kind of tuned out mindset, she never was. She treasured every single moment with us, even when we couldn't return that. So I try to hold on to every beautiful moment I remember having with her and just take comfort in the fact that I never have to stop feeling joy for those moments. And I never have to stop being grateful for them. And that is the gift that she gave us. Is all these moments that we can look back on and remember just how happy she was to be with us and how much those moments meant to her. And just her light was so bright that I can't, those memories, these memories I haven't thought of in years, they come back so vividly because her love in those moments was so powerful. Anyway, I'm rambling and I'm losing the thread of my thoughts. But I think that we should all try to live more like her. And that's what I'm going to try to do.
Thank you, Sam, for your authenticity and love. And next is Billy Montgomery. And for those who don't know Billy, he's a brother to me and Ted. And my mom and dad saw him as a son. And I just want to thank him in advance for his sharing of his love.
I first met Vicky when I left home to go to college in Tucson. I don't think I'd ever traveled more than a few hundred miles in my whole life. And now I was moving across country to a town where I didn't know anybody, and I was pretty nervous. Well, Vicky welcomed me into her home and loved me unconditionally from day number one. She never treated me like a visitor. She always treated me like family. And I'm sure she wouldn't have hesitated to straighten me out if I ever misbehaved. I always sat up straight when I talked to her, and I always said, yes, ma'am. Vicky was a golden, kind-hearted soul who radiated love. She taught me to try everything, from chorizo and scrambled eggs to fried octopus, from opera music to mariachi bands. She made sure that I was always reaching for something new. She told me once that when Ted and Charlie and Hank were little, she never told them that anything was yucky or stupid, even if she thought that herself, because she wanted those young men to try everything in the world at least once without bias and make their own decisions. I have thought of that a million times since then. Now that I'm a father and a grandfather, I can say that's been one of the most useful pieces of advice that I ever got. My parents passed away when I was still in my 20s. So when I married, I had no one to introduce my bride to. In 2017, we got to visit Vicky and Enrique, and Vicky embraced my wife just like she did me 35 years ago. I told her later that I felt my wife had finally met my mom and dad. I am so grateful I got to visit with Vicky just one more time last fall. I join everyone in missing this kind, beautiful woman. Vicky, I miss you and love you. I'm a better person for knowing you. Thank you.
That was amazing, Billy. Thank you so much. And next is my equally amazing brother, one of my best friends, Ted. And thank you in advance for your sharing of love, Ted.
This is a poem called Death of the Beloved by John O'Donohue. Though we need to weep your loss, you dwell in that safe place in our hearts where no storm or night or pain can reach you. Your love was like the dawn brightening over our lives, awakening beneath the dark, a further adventure of color. The sound of your voice found for us a new music that brightened everything. We look towards each other no longer from the old distance of our names. Now you dwell inside the rhythm of breath, as close to us as we are to ourselves. Though we cannot see you with outward eyes, we know our soul's gaze is upon your face, smiling back at us from within everything to which we bring our best refinement. Let us not look for you only in memory, where we would grow lonely without you. You would want us to find you in presence, beside us when beauty brightens, when kindness glows and music echoes eternal tones, when orchids brighten the earth, darkest winter has turned to spring. May this dark grief flower with hope in every heart that loves you. May you continue to inspire to enter each day with a generous heart, to serve the call of courage and love until we see your beautiful face again. In that land where there is no more separation, where all tears will be wiped from our mind, and where we will never lose you again. forever, Mama.
Thank you, Ted. before I show you the last slide, and then we can come back on camera after that, I just want to let everyone know that I'll be making 2 YouTube links. One will be of this live session, so you can hear the commentary at the beginning and the end. Certainly, and then I'm going to make a second YouTube link that I'll re-record without any of the commentary of just all these videos, so you can see them without all the glitching. So you'll all be receiving from me 2 YouTube links, so you can see all of these beautiful sharings of loving from all the family in a smooth fashion. But you'll also get the link of, so you can hear us having conversations with each other before and after all the slides. So here's the final slide, and then we can go back on camera.
Cindy, what you smiling at? Oh, shit. That's okay, you know what? I mess up all the time. I'm not afraid of falling on my face, that's for sure. No. Cindy, what you smiling at me for? We got a memory in a place I ain't touched before. Cindy, what you laughing at me for? You got a whisper in my mind, I ain't fighting no more. We got more and more, but it ain't what we want. We got more and more, but it's never what we want. Cindy, what you looking at me for? You got those devil eyes, they ain't frightened up no more. Cindy, what you touching me for? You got a black hand on me, and I ain't gripping no more. We got more and more, but it ain't what we want. We got more and more, but it's never what we want. We got more and more and more, till it's all free and clear, but it's not what you want. It's really what's in here. Shit. It's really what's in here. Here. Crap.
Maybe C? Did you try C there?
I tried C, it didn't work. It's really, it's what you want. It's not what you want. It's what you want. It's really what's in here. Anyway, something like that. And
So for those, I think you all knew, my mom favorite kind of weather was rainy days. So that's why we chose this image with the desert and the storm clouds in the back. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. And if you could all come back on camera, that'd be awesome. So, yeah. And I see Father Steve is here. Thank you, Father Steve. If you'd like to make share any of your words and wisdom, Father Steve, please go ahead.
Thank you. At funerals, I often like to quote a verse from an English artist, poet, William Blake, and it's from a poem called Little Black Boy, but it says, we're all put on earth a little space that we may learn to bear the beams of love. And I remind people that, again, to quote another poet, Saint John of the Cross, in the evening of this life, we'll be judged on love. I once heard an interview Neil Young gave at a Canadian, he was Canadian, it was a Canadian radio program. And he's older now, older songwriter, singer. And he said that what he likes to do now is look for love. It doesn't mean look for love for himself, but to look at love, to look where love is being manifested, you know, in this world we're living in today. I think it's very important to do that because we're fed so much negativity, so much unlove, that we really have to, you know, get in the habit of looking at love. It's manifested in all kinds of ways. And looking at the pictures of Vicky, in every single picture that was shown of her, she had the sweetest smile, a smile that could only be produced by a loving soul. And so there's an example. You had the privilege of being around her, and what I heard said by so many of you was that she was a person who looked at love, looked for love. I mean, that's what her senses, her eyes, her soul was fixed on looking at that. And that makes a person very beautiful and very loving when they have that habit of love. But I know that Enrique, you're in, I hope this is bringing you a lot of consolation, but I also know that there's a pain in your heart. I just want to quote a little strophe from a poem of St. John of the Cross that makes me think of you. Un pastorcico solo está penado, ajeno de placer y contento, y en su pastora puesto el pensamiento y el pecho de amor muy lastimado. I know that you have a wounded heart now, losing your beloved. Be consoled that she is very much alive, and that we and you and all of us have the hope of being with her again. One last thing, I retrieved the book. I don't know if you can see this. Marriage. It says Santa Cruz Marriage Records. And I said, oh yeah, here they are on page 47, 1, volume 3, married on October, where's the date there? October 23rd, 1965 by Father Dominic. Vicky was baptized in Magdalena. Of course, you all know that. I didn't know that. And Enrique, you were baptized in San Miguel Arcangel in Mexico City. And it gives the parents and the witnesses at the marriage was Jose Maria Granados and Josephine Granados. So I'm glad that you had that was a beautiful picture of the 50th anniversary. So I will conclude now with just a prayer for Vicky. I'm the priest here. This is just a little prayer. Holy Lord, Almighty and eternal God, hear our prayers for your servant Vicky, whom you have summoned out of this world. Forgive any failings and grant her a place of refreshment, light, and peace. Let her pass unharmed through the gates of death and to dwell with the blessed in light, as you promised Abraham and his children forever. Accept Vicky into your safekeeping, and on the great day of judgment, raise her up with all the saints to inherit your eternal kingdom. We ask this through Christ our Lord. And may she rest in peace, and may all of her relatives and friends and all the faithful departed to the mercy of God rest in peace. And may God bless all of you in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Father Steve, so much for being here. So at this point, anyone who wants to say something, you can. And again, I just want to thank everyone for being here on behalf of everyone in our family. We really appreciate your love. And again, I'll make sure to send out a second YouTube link so you can watch the videos in peace without the hesitation there. So that'll be nice to see. But if anyone wants to say anything, we have an open time now, and if you have to go, we understand that as well.
Ya. ¿Y ahora sí?
Sí.
Hola, Genki, hola, Mary. Perdóname que no te mencioné, pero sé todo lo que hiciste por mi cuñada, que yo la quería mucho, mi cuñadita. Y por todos, sé que ahora te queda un paquete que es mi padre.
Su padre.
Mi padre. Pero ahí va, hay que tenerle paciencia, su paciencia poco a poco, y yo les doy las gracias por todo anticipada, a toda la familia, Leo, a todos, a tus hermanos, al padre, a todos, todas las bendiciones. Gracias, gracias por todo.
Gracias por organizar esto para celebrar la vida y la alegría y el espíritu de mi tía Vicky, que es lo más importante. El
Gracias.
amor, la felicidad y la dulzura que ella siempre sabía dar a todos. Gracias.
Teddy, te mando un beso,
Okay,
y a tu esposa también,
Valencia,
a todos ustedes.
We
Los
send you
quiero.
a big hug and a big kiss to everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Gracias.
Bye.
Mil gracias. Bye bye.
I just wanted to say one thing really, really quickly, and I'll do my best not to cry. This is the first time that I've worn makeup in a year, and it ended up all over my face during, I was like, what's the point? But I had to show up wearing at least lipstick today because I knew Vicky would have, so had to do that in her honor. I just wanted to echo what Marie said, and I'll do my best to keep together. Damn it. I was totally fine. I was like, I had it. But I just wanted to thank Vicky for raising such a beautiful family. And every time we were lucky enough to get out there, I cry all the time, it's really frustrating. Every time we were lucky enough to get out there, the house would always be welcoming. We were welcoming to a different family who would come and visit. And she just was like a glue. And that way she is a glue. It obviously today, seeing this, you can see the glue that she was to this wonderful family. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it and to have these wonderful sons. And she has raised this man to be such a beautiful father. And my children, my children reap the benefits of her love every single day. And I cannot thank her enough for all the gifts that she has brought me in this life. And so I just want to say thank you, Vicky. I love you so much. We love you. And I love seeing all these beautiful faces here. I miss you guys. Love you. And need to start wearing more makeup again.
I just want to thank you, Enrique and Hank and all of your family for allowing me and inviting me tonight and sharing in this. I had a very short relationship with Vicky, but everything that was said tonight, she actually transpired even in our short meetings and the times I spent with her and Enrique. So I feel very honored to have been invited and being able to view this evening. And my love and the healing go out to all of you. I know she'll be missed, but she's also leaving a lovely legacy to all of you. So thank you.
Thank you, Meta.
Hello, everybody. Um, I know we all know Vicky for being like super sweet.
Are you
And,
calling her Vicky?
oh, my grandmother.
Say abuela.
Abuela. We all know her for, you know, her kindness, and because she was so sweet, I think sometimes we forget also how wise she was. I know I did, because I just thought of her as like my sweet old grandma. But just touching on what Billy mentioned in his little video about how she said she never wanted to speak negatively about something to someone, because she wanted, even if she didn't like something really strongly, she wanted everyone else to be able to get their own opinions and like form their own opinions on things. And I just think that was really beautiful. And it's no wonder she was such a positive person who radiated happiness.
Yeah, to piggyback on what Nick was saying related to your video, Billy, when I saw that, it helped me remember that about my mom. You know, it's such a simple thing, but really profound. She always had us being open to lots of things, really to everything, and it helped everyone in our family kind of just approach life in a really generous, kind, childlike way. And I'm sure Teddy feels similarly. I mean, for me, it just to say it had an impact on my life is an understatement. So I'm also deeply grateful for that.
Hank, thank you very much for inviting us also to this tonight. We've known you for a long time, and Vicky and Enrique Feldman Sr., and we know how special she was and how positive she was always. Doesn't matter what was happening in life, she was always so positive. So, Enrique Sr., we love you. Sorry for your loss, but we're here for you. If you guys ever need us for anything, just please out and reach out to us. Hank and Marie, we love you guys too. Sam and Nick, we're here for you. And Teddy, I don't think we've ever met, but we know a lot about you. We took some trips out there to, Florida. We've been all over the world with these guys, but we love you guys. Stay strong, be safe, and be well. And take care of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was just going to mirror what Lindsay said. I hope I don't choke up on camera. But I love all of you, and I love Vicky and Enrique. I'm so heartbroken tonight, but I am just so moved by the words. And Sam and Nick, especially your videos, have just really moved me tonight. Sam, thank you for those kind words. And some of them are still ringing in my ears. It's just wonderful memories coming back tonight. And I don't think it's really hit me yet. Everything that's happened the last 2 weeks. So Ted, Lindsay, it's great to see y'all. Enrique, stay strong. I love you. Hank, Marie, thank y'all for everything, for putting this together. God, I love Vicky. It's just stay strong.
Thank you, brother.
Love you, Bill. Thank you, Bill.
Love you, Billy. Your video is my favorite. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, not playing favorites. I'm just
Wait, hold on. I wanted to say that Billy, I also love your video, and that the way that you talk about our grandmother specifically is it's like you encapsulate certain memories of her that no one else can, and that's really magical for us all. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I also wanted to thank Teddy
for your poem, because that poem was just the most perfect, the most perfect poem I could imagine. I don't know, like when my dad told me that you were chosen to read a poem, I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be generic. But it was perfect. It was somehow so perfectly fitting, every single line for her. So thank you. I loved that.
Sam, I'll just say that as soon as it ended, he was like, I didn't read it like that. Very typical. Teddy.
Yes, a lot of dramatic pauses due to the glitches, but it was really good.
I thought it was a great reading. It's just typical actors, so critical, you know.
And I've seen that
Okay,
video.
I mean, I repeated myself like a million times, so you might as well have replaced my video with like random noise.
Oh, a car honking.
But seriously, like I've heard the video. I mean, I've heard him. I've seen the video without any glitches, and that poem and Teddy's way of reading it is, it's amazing. I mean, make sure you check that video out, that particular YouTube video out, because it does, you know, it speaks volumes about how we all feel about Vicky. It speaks volumes, and the way that he shared it, it simultaneously made my heart, you know, just it both broke my heart and made me smile inside in the same breath. So I'm gonna go back and watch it again too. So thanks, Ted.
He's feeling shy. The one other thing too, with the music, Melissa, thank you so much for those versions of the songs that at one point we were listening to it and I was like, who is that? And Teddy said, I don't know, I think it's Hank. And then we realized it was him from years ago and hadn't remembered. Thank you for that.
Well, if anyone has anything else to say, this would be the time. Before we get into wrap up. And if not, I just have one last thing that just hit me right now is, you know, we of course can all mourn and should mourn in our own way and whatever is most helpful to our own health, mentally and physically and spiritually. And I just want to encourage you to seek the unknown. My mom and I would talk about that, not super recently, but years ago, for a long time. And she would ask me about the stuff I was doing. And the unknown can be a scary place at first, but I can tell you that once you get used to it, and once you seek it out, it's a really magical place where you can create a lot of beautiful things and where you can connect with anyone who's here physically and also connect with people who are not here physically. So you can consider that, and I hope you see it as a gift. It's something that my mom and my grandma, my nana, taught me in other simpler ways, and then we expanded on it. But if no one else has anything to add right now, which is perfectly fine, I know I speak for my dad and Ted and myself, Marie, Lindsay, Nick, Sam. I mean, we're all really family, so I guess we're thanking each other. But it's just great to have everyone together. And even though this is a sad letting go, it can also be a next step to letting the way my mom lived inspire us, specifically regarding kindness and compassion. No matter what, she would be kind and compassionate. she found ways to do that with people she didn't even like. And you didn't know who she didn't like unless you were the inner circle. So also want to, I mean, I see my dad almost every day and we talk as a lot of the family do. But even though we see you every day, Dad, we just want to say right now publicly that we love you and that we're here for you. And we know it's not easy. But you know, you had the great joy and honor of being with her for so many years. So we're here for you. But just want to thank everyone for your support. And we'll hang on here a little bit. If anyone wants to keep talking, we can hang on a little bit more. But just want to thank everyone for being here. Peace.
Yes, thank you for being here, everyone. Really appreciate it. It's good to see you. One thing I will share is that I'm not really comfortable with this medium, just believe it or not, despite being an actor. But I would say that a friend of mine, Adrian Martinez, shared with me something that when his mother died, and I liked it. It stuck. It sticks with me. And that is, while death ends a life, it doesn't end the relationship. And that just seems to ring true with me with this. Anyway, but I'm grateful for you all being here. Thank you for making time.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye, Val. Hey, Metro. Bye, Astrid. Thank you, Dione. Michael, thank you.
My Nana says, God bless you all. God bless
Oh, thank you, Addie and family. Thank you, Badelas family. Thank you, Jerry, Josie. Thank you, Mikey.
Love you. But says,
Yeah,
it's good to see you guys.
It's good to see you guys.
too.
Miss you guys.
We love all of you. Thank you for having us here with you on this very sad but very sacred and special time. We're happy to be here, and you know we have you in our prayers and our thoughts. Your Nana was a beautiful lady, very beautiful. She loved you guys so much.
She was a very kind person and very warm and happy. There's a lot of joy in her voice and how she was. She was one of my favorite people.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace, love.
Thank you, Billy.
We're still on mute.
Thank you, Tia Leo. Metro, thanks for being
Leo,
here.
I didn't see it in the bottom corner, but hi. I love you.
Leo, I have something for you, but I'll give it to you another time. I can't tell you now, it's a secret.
Hey, Metro. Thank you, brother. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah. All righty. I want to go ahead and end it. And I'll get to work on the YouTube links and have those out to everyone soon. Val, it's great to see you, man. Great to see you. Okay. Okay. All right. Have a great evening, everyone. Love you all. And I'll be in touch. Bye-bye.